Yeah, I like AI. CTAT is better.
I
Can we
want to
get
say,
him on the show?
was was that all just made up? That was beautiful. Copy, paste, repeat.
We need all the opinions from the AI. We just need to read off that script.
I know, sheesh.
What is the first show we're covering? Oh,
I know. Your love for Vladilena.
Yeah, let's do that.
And how it'll be so descriptive. Loves. No. Type it right.
Oh my God, his love is like the ocean. You can't even measure it. Like even the AI with all of his, all of his technology, all the advancements we've made throughout history cannot discern how much CTAT this love Adelina. This is amazing.
It's everlasting.
She'll be happy to know that. See, I'm pretty sure nobody loves her like that. Not even Sheen or Sheenay. Hello, Melly Mel.
Hey there, Melly Mel. Do you like melon?
What does that emoji mean, though? What are you the first to do? Copyright. W6 said, "What up, KOA? I decided to watch Maid-sama after so many years of avoiding it. Pray for me." Wait, what is Maid-sama?
Maid-sama. Is that the one that I was watching? Wait, it says years. Can't be the...
What is Maid-sama?
I think that's an older one. I want to say that came out in 2010. Yeah, I don't remember it.
I feel I know what they're talking about, but I don't know the name of that show. Oh, it's actually called Maid-sama. Okay, I thought that was like just an abbreviation of the name. Okay, got you. I think I need to watch that. I'm pretty sure that's been on my list for a while, but I just haven't actually. I think I'm actually going to read it. It's a manga, right? Let me see how the art looks.
The art looks like shit, and then all of a sudden, yep, time to read it.
That's pretty much how I judge things. Well, yeah, we'll see. It's looking like I might watch the anime though. No. What is this, like a magic ball?
It's the magic 8-ball. It wants you to stop.
I mean, that's a good answer.
That's a good answer.
Hey.
I like how descriptive it is. I don't know Satsuki personally, so why don't you just ask him?
All right.
Oh, already? Oh, well, if that's the case, they're always gonna not knowing what we want. Instead, you'll have to ask us. So they're just gonna keep asking us stuff.
Who knows? It could be a better podcast. What if they get like 1,000 subscribers?
If that happened, I would be so sad. Well, then I guess we would have to sound like AI then, right?
I don't know.
And I am Veronica.
I am Satsuki.
I am going to read this to you all. Question number 1. What color is my underwear? A. Pink. B. Blue. C. Turquoise with a little Hershey's kiss. Or D. Plaid.
This is sexual harassment.
Oh no, I gotta self-destruct in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Bye, Veronica. Damn.
Wow.
She
That
went out
was
with a bang.
Yeah, silent but deadly.
It's there. Oh, but I don't see the title. It wants to be erased. It wants to be erased from the show.
Yeah, it's like I'm no longer to your eternity.
Who your mortality? Okay. Yeah. I'm scared now. Where's this money coming from? Because I have like $3 right now after Christmas shopping. Okay, I'll buy it.
That video that KOA-W6 posted was the most perfect, accurate representation of Kobeni. I now say that she needs to be voiced by Courage the Cowardly Dog from now on. No, she didn't, but they matched it perfectly because she's a coward, you know. So it was just like,
This is why we like AIC.
yes, because the regular C just, has a conniption and then just, does a backflip when he tries to talk. Oh my gosh. If it says I don't know again, I'm gonna laugh. Experts? Wow. I like this AI.
Yeah, he's alright.
You don't like him stealing your thunder?
I sensed a little sarcasm in that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when he called us like experts, like
Oh. I like to call myself an expert. Not a good one, but I'm an expert.
Oh my god, did it mute me? It muted me!
thank
Why?
God.
It muted you that whole time.
You guys didn't
So you're
hear the
just hearing
epic
music.
promo.
You're just hearing music in the laugh track.
That's pretty
So
great.
that whole time you said the whole intro and people were like, the fuck's this intro?
I don't know, how long have I been muted? I was not muted
Oh
when
my
I
God.
started this show.
You know
I
what it
don't-
was?
I mean, I was looking at the. Well, I'm watching it now, and I saw you. Well, yeah. I'm pretty sure you muted like sometime when you did that intro. So.
It was the AI.
From
Wait,
the
from the
beginning?
you.
Really?
Bro!
You
they
haven't
missed
been talking
everything!
this whole time?
They
Now
missed
we
the
just
best
gotta start
parts!
over.
Who
Oh,
cares?
nothing to do now.
What the?
Wow, so it was just me and Sasuke just going, yeah, okay, man.
Maybe. That's ridiculous. I've been here the whole time. I definitely was like, I must have hit a button by accident. That's pretty great. So let's just go ahead and get into viewer questions and ignore everything.
I cry.
Just pretend nothing happened. Don't worry, all the jokes will be really fresh now.
Yeah.
It's gonna be so awkward for new people joining this episode. You're just gonna hear awkward silence for like 10 minutes, and then just, yeah, it sounds great, C. Who the fuck is C, and
my
why do
God.
they talk about the ocean?
I thought Satsuki and Io were waiting for C, and we're reading the chat.
Oh my god.
That's amazing.
This is the best show we've ever done.
Well, at least they got Veronica's explosion there.
Yeah, they
It
did.
did with no context. It was just.
I'm gonna go back and listen to this and just see how confusing it sounds.
It's
We
like,
did this on purpose. Let's
like
just embrace it. We did this on purpose, guys. It was
like
all a part of the
Friends.
plan.
like Friends without
we-
the laugh track.
We did this whole thing just so you guys could connect the dots. Like this was 100%, 1,000% intentional.
Yeah,
This is like that one
absolutely.
show that came out last year, I think, where it had the episodes out of order. We wanted you guys to piece together what C was saying
Mhm.
based on the context
I
of
wonder.
what
Yeah.
EA and I were saying.
If anybody can guess it, I'll give you one kajillion dollars.
There you go.
Yeah.
A jillion is a lot. So I've heard.
Well, let's get into viewer questions, I suppose. Jesus Christ. God forbid I don't somehow mute myself again. If you don't know what the viewer questions are, it's basically in the description below. There's an official Google Docs forms. You can click on it, type in all your questions, and we'll read them all out, except for one that I didn't vet here because I don't know. I'm forgetting a lot of things these days. Probably dying. So, there you go. But you know, if you didn't write in, you can still ask questions in the live chat if you want to. It's just an option. So, anyways, first question: Kobeni or Kobeni's car?
I hate people that are. You guys aren't going to get this. I hate that
think-
people even mentioning this right now because it kind of ruins the joke that's going to happen later on.
Well, I tried to ask the AI and it didn't give me an answer.
Stop talking to the AI. See,
Listen, it's a fun gimmick.
if the AI said to jump off a bridge, would you do it?
Maybe.
Don't ask it.
God. Yeah, don't ask.
Well, I don't know. It depends on what kind of vehicle it is, but so far right now, I mean, if it runs her over and kills her and that's how she dies in the show, sure, Kobeni's car all the way.
He's such a soon.
What does that mean?
Is that a Sims reference? You know how they talk? And they go soon.
I just remember one thing that they say is they go BB lay, like that's the only Sims thing I remember. But no, he's sees it soon today.
That's what that is. Soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if Kobeni's car was a Cadillac, I would throw some D's on that.
Throw some D's on that.
Just bought a Cadillac.
Throw some D's on that.
I'm
Oh,
disturbed.
Kobeni. I'm choosing Kobeni.
That's also disturbing.
What? A human being versus a car?
We need to kill, eliminate, destroy, remove.
Kobeni hasn't done a single thing wrong.
Stab Docky.
Yeah,
She didn't try to accident.
right. To be
Accident,
fair,
and Denji's a devil. There you go.
To be fair, Aki was protecting Denji from getting stabbed by Courage the Cowardly Kobeni.
Also, Aki's clearly the coolest one.
I disagree.
Wow.
I think the coolest one was introduced in this latest episode.
I think that is white cis male privilege talking.
I am sorry. I will now go into my cave and write out a really long Twitter post begging
longer.
for forgiveness. Yep.
Yes. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. We can now be friends once more.
Thank you.
I do not accept the apology, though.
Shit. I guess I'll go on the talk show.
Next question. What do you think of Vladilena in the role of Katarina Klaus from My Next Life as a Villainess?
Vladilena.
Like, is that a real thing?
Oh wait, Katarina. Oh, they're talking about the Yuri show.
No, I think it's the show Next Life as a Villainess.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh, is it a Yuri?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so.
I didn't know that.
Or is it? Oh, I thought it was like a bunch of boys trying to get a girl.
Oh wait, actually no. It's they use that villainous thing so much that. Oh yeah, so it's something different. I think that show came out semi recently, like maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah, or yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Wait, what's the question? What do you think?
What do you think of C Tactic's wife making out with another girl?
Single, by the way, ladies, single.
I never watched that show, but I think she would do a great job. Or something.
I do too. I think she would be headstrong, and she would make all the boys cry whenever they exit their
thrall,
animal, their animal mechas or whatever.
Actually, I do think that is a good replacement. I think her character would work actually surprisingly well. You wouldn't see any of the dramatic side that you get in 86 from her. That's probably for the better. Good for her mental health.
She would just be drinking tea the whole time.
Or eating sweets.
Oh yeah, that flan. She loves that flan.
It's mediocre.
Flan is some good shit. You take that back.
I will destroy Kobeni, and then after that, I will make sure to go out of my way to destroy Flan.
Satsuki?
Yes.
Are you a flan lover?
I am indifferent.
Okay.
What happened to you? Are you okay?
The EA died. Oh, he's back. He's resurrected.
Sorry, I exploded for a little bit, but then I got put back together.
Welcome
yeah.
back.
Happens to me every week. Next question. What's the most horrific death you have experienced in watching anime? I personally seen a big anime girl squished to death, a man with her feet, but my heart started racing and I went into a cold sweat from seeing that.
Be Light Ruler. That has to be him.
I'm
Because
not
it's
sure.
about feet.
What?
Nah, I don't feel like that's a light ruler question.
No?
I feel like that's that guy we banned last week.
Probably. He definitely has a
Oh,
question in here.
The smoothie guy.
The guy who shall not be named.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the most horrific death?
It's a lot of bad ones.
Yeah. The one
Marco, Attack on Titan. Easily one of the most gruesome.
Marco.
He's bitten in half.
Well, they said an anime. I think it's probably for me Satoko's death in Higurashi, because she's literally crucified and just tortured to death.
Oh damn. Yeah, that one
Same.
was pretty crazy. In that same anime, freaking we had Nipa freaking stab herself in the head repeatedly too.
Oh, let's ask the AI.
Nippon.
That was pretty crazy too.
What?
But well, while you're figuring that out, see, there was an anime that I saw that I remember it stuck with me. It was called Blood Sea, and for some reason I don't know why. It's like I've seen thousands of people dying. It wasn't that big of a deal, but it was just how the person died that just always stuck with me, because it was this demon thing grabbed her and she was screaming. Both in dubbed and subbed, it's terrifying, and the way that they did it was weird. And then they just ripped this person from the legs and split it down the middle in half.
I know what you're talking about.
And I was like, oh my god. I don't know why, but that just always messed with me. And of course, at the end with Akira that was when I was younger when I saw it. That really fucked with me too, when he was like transforming and crushed. I don't know if it was his girlfriend or whatever, the girl that liked him, and then she just like a zit. Oh, that was terrifying.
Well, the AI has spoken. It has not listed out character deaths, but has listed for us 4 actually pretty good series if you're into despair and torture. Attack on Titan. Lots of horrific, horrifying deaths. Berserk. Probably the most metal of all anime and manga. Elfen Lied. Very edgy.
Oh yeah.
And Gantz. Also, well, I would say it's more action, but there is gore in that. Yeah.
Elfen Lied had one of the most messed up deaths. I remember that, where he's saying that he hates his sister, and then his sister literally split in half right in front of his face. I was like, oh my god. And then the dad just walks in, hey guys, and then gets his head chopped off.
Yeah. That one, like, sometimes like horror and comedy walks this line to where if you're a little too over the top, it can come off as funny at times. And I think Elfen Lied kind of suffers from that a little bit, because some of the stuff is like horrific and it'll evoke some fear, but like some of that stuff is just like, it's like, come on. Come on.
Yeah.
It's like it's like his life is like everybody hates Chris. Like every bad thing just happens to him that day.
Sebastian
so true.
Sebastian in the comments, live chat, excuse me, says Hellsing Ultimate is also gory. I think his phone has created a quite unique anime.
Hellsing Ultimate, yeah. I think his name was Luke Valentine, his death. It gets like eaten up. That's pretty horrific. Among other ones.
Jesus Christ, amen.
There you go. JoJo has the best horror comedy where we're shocked, says QRW6. I agree. Dogs being killed everywhere. Also, animals being just badass. That's a weird dichotomy that show has with animals. Next question. Who is the funniest Guardians of the Galaxy character in your opinion? Drax, Mantis, Star-Lord, or Rocket?
Drax. Don't even have to think about it. He's funny, but unintentionally funny because he takes everything seriously.
I don't know. They all have like their own like unique, like different versions of comedy. Rocky is more like funny in a deliberate and smarter way. Star-Lord is kind of funny in just like a goofball type of way. Drax is, like you said, super serious. A lot of stuff he just doesn't understand. And Mantis is funny in a very like dopey way. I don't know. I feel like each of them are like very funny in their own way. It's just which you prefer. You know what? I'll go with Rocket on this one.
Honestly, for me, it's a toss-up between Drax and Star-Lord. I like sort of the main lead good guy thing that Star-Lord has, because I think they chose the right actor. He's just very likable. Got that baby face thing going on. A little roguish. I enjoy it. I like roguish characters. Takemi, Persona 5, anyone? But Drax is really good too, because it's Dave Bautista. He's really charismatic in such a unique way. Yeah, I'll give it to Drax, because Star-Lord's actor, he gets a lot of praise. Not enough wrestlers out there getting praise.
One of my favorite lines from Drax is when he's talking to Mantis going, "You're beautiful on the inside, except on the outside, because you're ugly."
Which is like...
very romantic.
It's kind of like almost deeply prophetic in a way, if you think about it. Next question. Oh, Carp says he'll do great as Mario. We had one of our community members jump in our Discord server one night as Kage, and he goes, something along the lines of, "I can't wait to see Chris Pratt's Mario," and he does the impression. He goes, "It's me, Mario."
Got chills, goosebumps.
Oh
my body.
Oh, it's like he was born for this role, man.
Exactly.
I looked at that man and I said, "No, you are Mario."
Here we go.
Here we go.
Next question. What are y'all thoughts on Henry Cavill no longer playing the role of Superman? Here's my opinion. I want to talk more about The Witcher than I want to talk about him playing Superman. I don't care. Like, it sucks he's not going to be Superman, because I think he was a good Superman. Probably one of the better ones, honestly. In terms of looks and his acting ability, really good. However, him not playing Geralt of Rivia and seeing all of that nonsense go down with the Witcher Netflix, that's where I think we really lost out. Because that is a guy, and of course he cared as much about his role as Superman as he did Geralt of Rivia, but you see that guy talk about the stuff he's invested in. Huge fan of the original Witcher books. Not the video games. I think he's played all of them. He's a big fan of them. But he's like a massive fan of the books. And he wanted to do the original character of the books justice. And he went on interviews and podcasts about how, important it was for him to get this character right, and the time he put into it. And just to see it kind of all fizzle like that because they wanted to do what Hollywood does, right? And fuck with things. and make things that was not needed. Like
instead of giving the fans what they want, instead of giving the fans what they want, they're like, what if we add a character that wasn't in the story at all and has no relevance or importance and give them like 100% of the spotlight? Yeah.
Why not? Like, I'm playing The Witcher 3 right now after the big update, and I'll probably talk about it next week more on the show because I'm just getting into it again. But there are so many characters that they could pull up from in the season 3. You got the Wild Hunt, Ciri. I don't know if they have Dandelion in the show, but put Dandelion in there if he's not already in there. So many great characters from The Witcher, but you fucking it up. As Angry Joe would say, you done fucked it up. Nobody's gonna watch it.
Yeah, I have no opinion. Yeah.
I haven't watched, the only DC movies I watch are Batman, so I really have no opinions. I do have to watch Man of Steel one day, but that's like the only movie I want to get into, honestly.
There you go. Satsuki says he hates it. He hates everything. Nothing is good.
That I need to use this translator.
Next question. Which blue thing was better from the Avatar franchise? Koizilla, Ong fused with the black koi fish, or Rava Korra? Korra fused with Rava. Or is it Rava? I don't know how to pronounce that.
I'm going to be the odd man out on here. I'm not really a fan of Avatar, the James Cameron Avatar. I personally think it's one of the most overrated things in the history of movies.
I'm going to be the odder man out and say I've never watched Avatar.
You're not missing anything.
We got to watch the Nickelodeon show for the podcast one day.
I mean, yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
Avatar: The Last Airbender. I was like, as a teen, when that movie came out, I was kind of mad because whenever I would search anything Avatar related, in my mind, Avatar was always referencing The Last Airbender. But when that movie came out, then that became like the main thing that everybody was referring to. So it just frustrated me that the name Avatar was taken by that movie.
Mm-hmm. And the sad thing is that James Cameron took that like a long time ago. Avatar was a movie that he waited years to make until, what did he say, technology came and like caught up with his vision. The only good thing that came from Avatar is that he invented a new way of filming, and he had a camera. He literally invented a camera that the whole set was within the camera itself. He filmed Avatar all in a warehouse, and you wouldn't know that because everything is just visually, it looks really good, and it's just incredible. Like just look up the James Cameron Avatar camera, and you'll know what I'm talking about. It's just really neat little invention he made. But other than that, it's Dances with Wolves in space with Fern Gully. That's all Avatar is. Nothing special. And people just go crazy over it. And the only thing that, and this is just me being honest, the reason why people really liked it was because it was in 3D and the 3D looked good.
The movie is successful because of Titanic. There you go, I said it. Carp says James Cameron Avatar is very overrated. Decrepit Storm says saw a video where they asked people to name a single character from the movie and nobody could. They're very forgettable.
Yeah.
There's
Sigourney Weaver.
I can name their actors pretty well, actually. Sam Worthington.
Yeah. There's
could have been a great Terminator till they fucked that up.
Zoe Saldana.
She's in there, yeah, somewhere.
Yeah. There's the guy from Don't Breathe.
There's also that other guy from that one thing.
Mm-hmm.
But he's relegated to a B-roll kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a very forgettable film as far as characters go. Visually, it's stunning, but that's it.
The world's interesting.
Yeah, but that's it.
Yeah, I feel like everything around Avatar is probably better than Avatar itself. Mace Windex says Ong. Oh
Yep,
my
yep.
god. Next question. Who's the best MCU duo in your opinion? Cap and Bucky, the Widows, Iron Man's, Rocket and Groot.
Rocket and Groot.
Yeah, I would go with them.
I'm gonna go Pepper Potts.
Who
And,
are the widows? Who are the widows?
I'm guessing the new Black Widow movie, and it had all the different widows. I never saw it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm
There you
comfortable with Rocket and Groot.
I'll go Rocket and Groot as well. Next question. Between these two characters, who do you think has the best character development? Deku or Tanjiro? Honestly, I haven't seen much MHA. I can't really say much.
Yeah, I can't. Well, I'll just say from my perspective what I watched of those two. Demon Slayer being like what, 14 episodes, and My Hero being 100 and something chapters.
I want to say like six seasons.
With the best character development, probably Deku. From what I know, yeah, Deku.
Yeah. So far, from what I've seen, I would have to. Yeah, I'd have to give it to Deku, just because he's definitely not the same person he was when he started, for sure.
Yeah, Tanjiro is pretty much generally the same. He's just good boy. That's literally his character, good boy. You're a good boy, yes you are.
You want a treat?
Boy.
Here's your treat.
We'll say though, Tangerine's a good name for him. Just saying. Change his name to Tangerine. Next question. Last question. If you guys could bring back one mechanic back to the new Naruto Ninja Storm 3 games, what would it be? Jutsu clashing or wall running? I'm gonna say right now, haven't played Ninja Storm. Well, maybe I played Ninja Storm 3, but wall running. Wall running all day, every day makes every game better. Except for Call of Duty.
Good boy. Me neither, but wall running sounds great. Give me the wall running, boss.
Anything to make movement much more immersive. All right. Saucy, did you say?
I never played it.
There you go. There you go. You'd like those games, actually.
I remember when it came out, like the was it? It may have been 4 or 3. I don't remember. It was so funny because the anime kept doing filler of Naruto. The game actually finished the story of Naruto before the anime did.
Oh, really?
Wow.
Yep.
I bought that game really cheap on a sale on Xbox. I loved every second of it. I was like, this is fucking cool. Like, we need more games like this. Just in general. Just more games like that, and like, anime or not. Very good game. Next segment. What have we been watching / playing? What have we been watching / playing?
So, I've talked about me playing Danganronpa. That's mostly what's been taking up my Saturdays. But this last Saturday, I played Umineko for 8 hours, in which in those 8 hours I found out that I only completed around 5% of the game. So, and that's kind of crazy because actually they didn't say 5% of the game, they said 5% of the chapter.
Holy crap.
So or maybe the arc, I'm not sure, but yeah, people have always talked about that series. It's one of the more beloved visual novels, so I wanted to see about it for myself. I've always heard about Beatrice. That's the name I always hear sung out by people. So yeah, Umineko. And I'm also rewatching The Wire,
because I love that show. I think it's the greatest TV show I've ever watched. So, yeah, those two things are what I've been doing besides the anime stuff.
As for yours truly, I watched Guillermo del Toro's version of Pinocchio. Guillermo del Toro has made some really amazing films. He's done the first two Hellboys, Pan's Labyrinth, Pacific Rim. He's just a very unique director, very, visually just the way that he makes films. And this version of Pinocchio, all stop motion. I'm a huge fan of stop motion. It's a very different take on Pinocchio as a whole. Like, I don't know what happened. I feel like it was this year. For some reason, they released all different versions of Pinocchio this year. For some reason, I don't know what made this Pinocchio special, but I don't understand. Anyway, this one was pretty good. They actually made Jiminy Cricket look like an actual cricket. There was a lot of World War II, let's just say, a lot of Zig Heils going on. I'm like, oh, it's this kind of movie. That's interesting. A lot of good voice acting, and really great stop motion. I thought it was very well done, and the ending was very touching as well. And a couple of games I played. I played Metal Hellsinger for like 2 seconds and quit.
Oh, same.
I literally thought it was gonna be like one of these badass games that you
Doom,
like,
right?
hack and slash. Yeah, like Doom. I seriously thought I was getting ready for Doom. It's a game where you have to match up. It's almost like Guitar Hero or Dance Dance, where you have to like match up the beat in order to kill enemies. I'm like, I don't want this. This is stupid. So then I got rid of that and then played some High on Life.
Oh.
It's the new game inspired by Justin Roiland, who is co-creator of Rick and Morty, and he does a lot of really funny voices. He does Lemon Grab from Adventure Time. Obviously, he does all the voices in Rick and Morty. He's done a couple of other voices on other cartoons and whatnot, but as far as gameplay, it's pretty basic, pretty average stuff. Some things are kind of like not as easily as explained as it should, as some games would be, not as polished, but the hilarity is there, and it's so freaking funny. And this one part of the game had me dying laughing, where you just randomly kill people. I forgot how it went, but it's like, hey, that's the Macaroni Brothers. You can't get past this point. I take the knife, I stab this one person. Hey, you just killed my brother. Hey, what are you doing? And I killed the... Hey. It was just a scene of just everybody's coming, and I just killed everybody.
Oh, everybody's coming.
Your gun talks to you and says, well, you just killed all those people for no reason. Let's just keep going like we could have from the beginning. And I fucking just died. But I haven't beat it yet, but it's fun. It's nothing groundbreaking. It's just hilarious. And the only game I know that has a reference to Tammy and the T-Rex.
Yeah, what the fuck? That's so random.
I'm not even kidding when I say this. I saw that movie a long time ago. Like, probably when I shouldn't have. It has a very young... I forget her name. Denise Richards, I think that's her name.
Yeah, that's her
name. And, like, you could watch the whole movie in it, from what I've been told. Like, you could literally sit in front of your TV for an hour and a half and watch that whole movie within the video game, which I think is really funny. And I completely forgot about that movie until it started playing. I went, oh shit, I remembered watching this movie when I was a kid. Holy crap.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what I've been playing and watching.
Yeah, for me, High on Life as well. I really like the game. I think gameplay, it plays like not even a 360 game. It plays like an OG Xbox game, or like a PS2, a GameCube, that kind of thing. sort of clunky. You know, it's, I would say, pretty mid gameplay all around. However, the writing, the comedy. This is I've never watched Rick and Morty in my life, but I picked it up on recommendation from a YouTuber called Mr. Matty Plays. I really like. Trust his opinion. And I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it quite well. Well, he didn't recommend the game. He just said he was going to play the game. And I was like, oh, I'll play the game too. I mean, streamed it on Game Pass to my PC. I'm going to download it and actually play it soon and go through it. But it's hilarious. One of my favorite parts that I'm at right now is when you get the knife for the first time. That is really funny because he's like, come on, let me put me in somebody. Let me stab him. He's trying to.
I love how he's Australian too.
yeah, he's Australian, which is really, really funny. I like when you go down the tunnel and you meet the kid, and the kid's like, "Hey, I'm an annoying kid. Don't you just want to shoot me right now?" And like, it just, you think like, oh, this is gonna stop in 30 seconds. It goes on for like 20 minutes of this kid with just original dialogue, like just basically in a billion different ways telling you how annoying he is and how much that you should shoot him, because in video games you can't kill kids. And if you shoot him, you get an achievement that says Fallout doesn't do this, which is kill a kid. However, 2 seconds later, you go out and you meet somebody by the stand and you talk to her. She goes, "Oh, that's my kid." Well, I shouldn't say that. He's actually 30 years old, so he's not really a kid. I mean, for our species, that's a kid, but he's 30.
Yeah.
And she was like, didn't care. Like, she didn't care her own son died.
The funny thing is, I immediately shot him, so I didn't hear any of the dialogue.
Yeah, he keeps going. He just keeps on going.
Like, I just saw him and I was like, ah, and I shot him and I was like, oops. But and I got the achievement, like you said.
Oh yeah, and Carp says, and the hidden boss. Yeah, the hidden boss was really funny.
The hidden boss was hilarious. I was like, is this really the boss?
Very good game. I recommend it. Not for its gameplay, but for just, it's a game that was needed. That's for sure.
Yeah. It reminds me a lot of Conker's Bad Fur Day, where the gameplay sucks, but it's so fucking hilarious. It's
yeah,
like
that's what I've seen it be compared to. A lot, actually. Final thoughts on it, though. I'll say this. Definitely try it out. It's on Game Pass. I give my stamp of approval to it for its humor alone, not for anything else. You'll have fun. It's not that long, right?
I think I'm almost done with it. I had my 3 bounties, and I think there's 3 more for a total of 6. I don't think it's that long. It's like maybe 10, 20 hours.
Yep. Pretty nice and breezy. Played in chunks. It's probably the best way to experience it too. So, last thing, I watched Bocchi the Rock in my Discord server. We should have talked about that show on this podcast. It's really fun.
Is it anime?
It's an anime. Yeah, it's literally just like a Moe Blob slice of life anime, but it's just competently done. You see it, like, nothing original in it. Nothing at all. It's everything you've seen before. It's K-On! But better. That's what I describe it as. It's K-On! But really watchable. And really just fun. It's just about a girl who picks up guitar, joins a band.
Yeah,
that's it.
I see it's a guitar band anime, and it's got an 8.85 on my anime list.
Yeah, well, that's slice of life fans. It's probably a little bit less than that, but like, it's literally nothing is original in this story. It's kind of like how High on Life. No original gameplay. It's been there, done that, but it's done very competently. Animation for it is pretty decent. They're pretty accurate when they play instruments too. So as a guitar player, that's a bonus for me. But that's another one I give my seal of approval to. It's fun. I watched 6 episodes of it. Good show. All right. Are we ready to get into the nipplery?
The nipplery?
The nipplery. F. A Tale of Nipplery. Episode 10.
It is not called that.
It's called that.
It is not.
They changed it to be A Tale of Nipplery.
No, it is not.
There were underage nipples in this show.
Wasn't it just like the shadow of the nipple?
It was full-blown nipples with areolas. Milk was coming out of them.
No, ew.
I think you may have like paused the episode and zoomed in. I did not see this.
I didn't see the milk either.
I think there was a third one there somewhere.
Did she just get pregnant all of a sudden?
Well, I mean, we'll find out. I guess.
Yeah, in 9 months.
Yeah. Best episode of F I think I've seen in my personal opinion. I loved. I'm gonna be honest. The last part went over my head because I just lost focus and I didn't write any notes, so I don't remember it. But everything else I remember in this episode pretty well. I love the stuff with Kay in this episode. I actually kind of felt like this was Kay's best showing as just in terms of her writing as a character. Has her best scene undoubtedly that I've seen so far. Really enjoyed because she, like, at the very beginning of the episode, she walks on and them smashing out. He's like, those are nipples. And he goes, no, those are not nipples. Those are not nipples. That's what those are. But Kay was like, those are, I've seen those before. Those are definitely nipples. And is that milk coming out of them?
Jesus Christ with the milk.
And Kay was very mad.
Obsessed with these nipples.
Kay was very mad about that. So she ran off. But they have this that where Kay is like, basically she's just sort of like, I don't want life to change, but it's changing. And that really just sucks. And I didn't appreciate enough of what I had, and I didn't act upon that enough. And now it kind of the friend thing, right? The childhood friend thing. She childhood friended herself.
She's got friend zoned.
Yeah, and she's pretty much like that's my doing, pretty much. And she just doesn't. She just wants things to stay the same, and I'm gonna, like, I think that is really a respectable kind of thing to want, a very commendable thing for Kay to just finally say her feelings in this episode. And all around, I think it was just a great showing for her character, which I think for a majority of this series has not been underwhelming, but it's just been sort of like, what are you doing, Kay? You know, it's a cross. It was a cross so far between, for me, it was like poor Kay to what are you doing, Kay? like you're kind of out of line. But this episode sort of, in a way, redeems her, I think, from that point of view. Yeah, and I just really, that's just my favorite part of the episode. Also, nipples, milky nipples.
You are obsessed with these nipples, I swear.
All right. I'll say this episode had another one of my favorite scenes, which was the phone call. It's always phone calls with the series.
Yeah.
It's like whenever they do phone calls, they decide, all right, let's just make this the best scene. All right. And then they do it. I think like it's so good because they don't do any animation with those two scenes, or the one scene I'm referring to, I think happened in episode 6 or 5, around that.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like no animation at all. Like
it's
all you got, all you got was the lone shot of her in the phone booth, and then cutting to the time elapsing with the phone. And I think what they do with those scenes is one, because there is no other visuals in it, it makes you focus on the conversation itself. And then the timer gives you this sense of suspense and urgency, because as time wanes, you're kind of getting anxious, like, oh shit, this conversation, that it literally has a time limit and you're seeing it. So like as time ticks out, you're kind of like, you want some resolution with it, and then it cuts short, and then you're kind of left with this sense of dread, like, oh damn, it's over. Because Miyako is already having a thing of where she's trying to leave town. Hiro doesn't know where she is. So like they capture like they perfectly convey what they want to with those scenes. And you got to appreciate being able to do that with not like flashy animation or anything. Like this is just somebody sitting down. Like this is just careful planning.
Yeah, it was so perfect in its simplicity. If you were to tell me, or anybody in the production booth for that matter, we're gonna make a scene where people are gonna stare 90 seconds at a TV and they'll just talk the whole time, and it'll just be a countdown. To me, that wouldn't work. I would be like, you're crazy. But in this series, they made it work. It's the perfect, and you explained it perfectly. It's the whole, time is slowly slipping. That dread is coming closer and closer with each beating second. And I looked at it. It's 90 seconds, and you look at every single second. And, that heartbreaking moment where you think that that Hiro didn't get to say that he loved her, and just the look on Miyako's face, and just how she's just defeated and crushed. I seriously thought for a second, back when I originally saw this, that they were going to end it like that. I was going to be like, how bittersweet. And then just, Hiro comes in on a bike. I love you. And the black and white turns to color. And yeah, that was just really neat, because I guess he was like searching for all the different phone payphones on the island. I don't know how big this island is. I don't know how small. I just know that this guy was hauling ass and just payphone. I gotta find every payphone. But yeah, this is as much as I love the other relationship as far as the story goes better, I will have to say that this love triangle visually has some of the most memorable scenes that I'll always remember from just this series alone, and this is definitely one of them.
And to add on to that, I think this, like the resolution of everything, because it feels like for the most part we got a complete story with all three of these characters. Like there's obviously more that they can add on to, but if things weren't added on to, I don't think any of us would be like dissatisfied, really. This is what should happen in most love triangles, because there's going to be a loser in it, unless it's a polyamorous relationship or something like that. You're going to have a loser, and a lot of stories shy away from this by either having the main character get with no one or get with all of them. And in this, K had to take the L, and they had resolution with it, and Hiro also admitted that he had feelings for her, but ultimately everything fell apart because she just didn't act on her feelings in time.
Yeah, and even that scene where he's just talking to Kay through the door was so perfect too, because that definitely represents just I guess you could say, the wall or figurative door, between them. They've always known each other. They were childhood friends, but his feelings never reached, just like he could never reach her because that door was closed.
You know what? Like, I want to add on to that, because I think that analogy works so great too, because it's not like the door is locked. Kay's the one who has to open it.
Yeah.
Just like their relationship, she's the one who felt this way the entire time, but she's never acted on it. So
Yeah.
the seeming, like the wall between them, so to speak, is something that is more of an illusion, or something that could have been opened up by her at any time, but never was.
Yeah. This whole episode was great. It was definitely a Hiroke and Miyako focused episode. We didn't once go to Renji or Chihiro, which that'll be next week. That'll be next week. I'm looking forward to that.
I do also like the talk, or like the whole framing of what Hero needed to do, like what his flaw was, which was half-assing things. I didn't like the fact that his friend was punching him because of that, but I get it. I get it. They had to make it dramatic and everything, and when characters yell at each other, they also got to punch each other. Like, I understand. But yeah, like his whole thing of having one foot somewhere and the other foot another place. Yeah, you could see that with everything he was doing. He wasn't committing to something fully. In this relationship with Miyako and Kei, and his job as a mangaka versus going to school. And he even mentioned that he didn't tell his parents, like he just left. He was kind of running away from things. And that's also what C has the name for us. I just call her church lady, but
he calling on the Vatican Church of God and Religion.
There you go. She also said more the same. So yeah, his resolve to go into the things that he truly has a passion for, that was the whole theme of the episode. And we'll probably see more of that, and maybe even the consequences of that, because Kay said that she would have to work. She basically got sisters owned. And if this is to be realistic, there's going to be some pain that comes with that, because I don't think feelings kind of fade over time, but if it's a feeling of love, I think that truly never goes away. It just gets repressed. So I wonder how the show is going to convey that.
I've been able to repress my love for you, Satsuki.
Yeah, I don't love you.
Pain.
Keep it repressed, please.
Any final thoughts on F, A Tale of Nipplery?
I wish you would stop calling it that. It has one nipple for 1/2 second, and all of a sudden, milk shooting out of it.
Milky nipples. That's Miyako was.
Christ. They just had sexy.
Sexy.
Well, I just noticed I said that when I said it. But I'm so glad I picked this series. I love this show, and I'm glad. I know whenever you see a show, you rewatch it again, you're like, "Oh, why did I like this?" I'm still really liking this show.
Makes you appreciate a lot of like what Shaft is doing with it being one of the earlier series, because, like I said, it doesn't have like that flashy stuff that you would see from Madoka Magic or any of the Monogatari series, but it's still, you could tell it. You can not only tell it's Shaft by its style, but it's just the quality is great, especially for its time.
Yeah, it's a winner. I would put this up there with one of Shaft's best, no doubt.
Yeah, I mean, I think their best anime still to this day is Fortnite.
We gotta get AIC back.
Yep,
please.
yep. Bring him back.
Let's see. Make a response and or rebuttal to the lies that Satsuki and EA
More like
spew.
facts.
I'm sorry, but I'm unable to make us response or a rebuttal to the lies that Satsuki and Ine may or may not have spewed, as I do not have enough information about the... See?
It's because even the AI knows that you're lying.
And it's just trying to be nice.
Well, I think we should talk about To Your Eternity episode 9, which was better than episode 8. It wasn't that hard.
Pink blood, pink blood.
I feel like we've come back around to base level of quality for
Yes.
To Your Eternity, which is fine. That's good. So
I think this is better than the last 3 episodes of To Your Eternity for sure.
I mean, I thought honestly, once again, it's the story that's not as strong as it should be. We need stronger writing, or just ended at season 1. But
I would prefer season 1.
They got a good studio to do this, and it's a studio I've never heard of. I'm telling you, these guys need, after this series is over, they need to get something. Like something, like I'm not talking like a Spice and Wolf or like a One Punch Man or something big and notable like that. I'm if they were like, let's say like the caliber of like they're gonna do like a Gantz remake, give them Gantz, something of that level, that kind of that B plus A minus kind of tier anime. The studio's great, and I think they proved that they were competent in this episode to give some really good action. I thought the direction for it was really, really good. I thought the pacing was really solid. It was just a really solid episode. I honestly, story, my opinion, not very notable, not because it was a bad episode or anything like that, just because it was a lot of action. But I thought this is one of the more solid episodes of the series that we've seen so far. Just all around. I don't think there's really nothing for me to complain about too much.
I have complaints.
What are they, EA?
Not a whole lot. I guess just like little nitpicky type stuff. Who's the, what do they call him, the black one? Or the black shadow?
Yeah.
Anyway, that guy, for some reason, he's been this omnipotent presence, hasn't helped whatsoever, has said all these other things and whatnot. But for some reason, this episode, he builds him a fucking horse and also is like, oh, by the way, you can like build stuff that's attached to you to where you could like control all of your surroundings, which I just felt was so out of place for his character. I mean, I don't know if that was just one of those, well, he's losing now, I might as well help him out. But if that was the case, why didn't you do this a long time ago? But just things like that were just kind of annoying. And also just the Nokers. They like to attack. They like to attack for a brief period of time, and then they want to go ahead and give Fushi a year to attack again.
They're very enigmatic. The
nice.
Knockers.
Right. They don't, instead of basically taking advantage of destroying Fushi now at his weakest, they're going to give him a week. Like Cell in the Cell games. Like, we're going to give you 1 year. Or, no, it wasn't a year. I felt like it was maybe a month or whatever. I don't know. Just when villains do that, it's just kind of annoying. It's instead of killing them while they're down, just, I'm going to give you 25 hours.
I think that, once again, it showcases the not as detailed writing as I would want it to be, because they could do that if they did the Noka thing earlier with the one in this episode where they talked about how it's like this knocker is like not one of the usual ones. It's like not a good guy knocker, traitor. But like a traitor, like an outcast. If they did that a little bit earlier, And what I mean by earlier is like really early in this season in particular. I don't think that would have been much of a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Because we have that story going throughout the entire series, which adds a lot of, what is the word? Urgency. And then, like, what? You have this 1 week time period thing, but, like, you could have a good reason for that somewhere if you have that bit of clashing something. That's just my thought. But yeah.
I think what it is like I feel where EA is coming from. I was more so bothered with the black one saying like, you know, just arbitrarily going like, yeah, you can do this. But I think why it's not a bad thing right now. I think it may turn out as it's not a bad thing right now is because right now this is how you do it. I don't think if Fushi didn't ask that, he would have given that information. Horse thing is a little weird. I don't know what the purpose of that is, but yeah.
Well, QRW6 in the chat says people are guessing if the horse was Pioran.
Real?
Yeah.
Pioran likes to bite Fushi a lot then.
Honestly, she's kind of kooky.
Is she though?
Yeah, she's like also a murderer and an outlaw and stuff. Yeah, she probably eats somebody. Also, it's Fushi. He's actual food too, so it's his fault.
Yeah.
Not my fault. You look like a snack.
Ooh, tasty. Ooh my. Ooh my.
Oh my. Arigato. Ooh.
We need more of those moments back. We need more itai and origato oos in this series.
I mean, we sort of got in this episode the Noka. But I agree. QRW6 says difference is that Cell wanted to prove his perfection. Also says knockers don't have a reason to stall. And Tasty Peach almost spilled the beans. That's true. I kind of like...
I hate Tasty Peach.
I don't know. He's inconsequential now. I like him before. Like, much more.
He was much more interesting before, I'll give you that. But I don't know. I've never really enjoyed his presence.
Look, that his voice actor is great, though he voices everybody.
His voice actor is good. You know, he's very good at portraying the character. I just don't really care for him. I think he's annoying. I mean, not nearly as annoying as the ghost that follows him that talks with a really high-pitched voice like this.
I don't know. I think that's fair. I think for me, he's just inconsequential. He's sort of always been a varying degree of inconsequential. And I think the only thing that keeps him from not being totally inconsequential is the secret that he knows about Fushi. And I feel like I feel like I almost would have rather had this guy as the villain at this point, because he's so inconsequential. Like, at least do something. Like, a little bit. Because I don't know what the hell to think about him.
I was thinking he was gonna be the villain, and then he just kind of got his head chopped off.
Well, let me walk that back a little bit and explain more. I don't exactly want him to be the villain. I just want him to have more of a role in the series.
Mm-hmm.
And like more of one of urgency. This season, yeah, it's just a lot of weird choices, and I'm not sure where they're leading to. And the thing is I don't think at this point, whatever it's leading to, I think it'll be like, even if it's good or bad or whatever, I think the reaction, no matter what, will be, well, why did it have to play out like this? That's where I feel it's going. In terms of my feeling. QRW6 says, I feel like Fushi will find out when Tasty Peach dies. And that makes sense.
I'm hoping that'll be soon.
What do we think about, or any theories on who that guy in the suit was?
My dad.
Your dad's leg is hurting. I think he needs to go to the hospital.
I think he's gonna be a new character that Fushi absorbs, like Boo.
Really, I feel like because they were wearing that suit as somebody that we know. But I was trying to think of who it was because I was like, who hurt their leg? I was like, unless he was taking on one of Fushi's forms of the first, the default guy that he uses, then I don't know who the hell this guy could be. Because like, why have this guy wear this full body mask or body suit? And it seemed like they were focusing on him a little bit. So I don't know. Maybe
true.
I'm reading into it too much.
I did notice that Tasty Peach kind of like glanced over as they were walking away. I did notice that. Not sure why. I don't know.
Watch him end up being just some nobody.
I'm thinking it's just gonna be some other dude that Fushi gets to know.
I'm thinking going back to season 1, I think the only thing that makes sense at this point, Sean.
Oh,
God, we were doing so good.
We were doing so good. And then we had to throw in a Sean.
I just have no more hope.
No hope. No hope.
I do think this episode, though, the reason why I like this over the other ones is because they gave you, I won't say they gave you, they reminded you of why the knockers were so dangerous because of how easily they can steal Fushi's forms. And because they can do that, it can cripple Fushi in one single battle. And at one single battle, he lost, I forgot how many forms they said. Was it like 20? Something like that?
He lost like Fire Dude. He lost Petra.
I think he lost Corona.
Lost Yor.
Petra from AOT.
He lost Nobara.
Nobara's dead?
No. Well, no. just absorbed by Fushi. She lives within him. As creepy as that sounds. I'm sorry.
I don't think I want to watch the show anymore.
Oh, good God.
Oh, they just took his big bear, which I thought that was stupid to go in that form because it's not the most nimble thing that you can use in the swamp. Like, it's such a big, easy target.
Also, I feel like giving the knockers a bigger target is also bad in general because they have their slimy tentacles with milk coming out of them. So I feel
that's not what happened.
I noticed the theme this week with C has to do with milk. So now your nickname is now Mommy Milkers.
I'm in. Now you have to wear a shirt that has like 90s hip hop artists on it every day.
Yeah.
End me now. Zeus, strike me down. You won't do it. You don't have the balls.
If he does, we'll just have AIC to back you up. Don't worry.
Continuing on, ignoring all of that previous. What the fuck?
It is I, Zeus. And you want me to strike you down, right?
Oh yeah. Do that real quick, Zeus.
Before you do that, Zeus, I gotta ask you a question.
Sure thing.
How do you feel about Kratos getting all these new games and stuff? Considering what he did to you and your home.
Yeah, he kind of killed me and destroyed my home. Fuck Kratos.
Yep.
Huh?
Good response.
Okay. I don't like him, and I think that he's a jerk. He's a good-for-nothing deadbeat son.
What's your thought on Last of Us Part 3 being confirmed to be in production?
I want to strike lightning to Naughty Dog. And also on that note, are you ready for your lightning seed?
I am? Very much.
Okay, here it comes.
Nothing happened. Oh.
Your aim is shit, Zeus.
Alright,
It's not working.
here it comes.
Where are you sending these?
Have I hit him yet?
Your
No?
aim is really bad.
Oh, damn it.
It's probably time to retire, Zeus.
I'm gonna retire. I'm gonna go up into the mountains and call myself.
Maybe there's a reason
Zeus.
Kratos won.
And you know what? The more you say that, the more I'm starting to think that I lost my edge.
Damn.
Well, sorry for Zeus all of a sudden.
You
What the
can't-
fuck?
Yeah, you can't beat Father Time, as they say.
Yeah, and I feel like I've always been great. I had a long beard and a limp dick.
Well, your prime was very great. I will say that much.
It's in that blue chew.
Yeah, I need that Blue Chew sponsor.
Hey, there you go, blue
Speaking
chew.
of which, this part of KOA is brought to you by Blue Chew. Have you ever felt like you wanted to hit that dick up but couldn't? Well, now you got it with Zeus and the Blue Chew.
There you go. Hey, that was a free one, Blue Chew. Give us our code. Send us some product over for free.
The code is 6969862.
Added Denise
Oh.
Richards on the end of that. We got a nice reference.
Alright, I'm ready to go now. Because
Alright.
I have a new lot in life, and that is eating Blue Chew and getting a pee-pee. Hard.
Alright. Wish you good luck in your endeavors, Zeus.
All right. Well, honestly,
Wow.
kind of a cool guy.
Wow. Zeus is I don't know what to say.
His character.
He certainly is.
Kind of.
Can't aim for shit.
He's missing all over the place. Sort of like To Your Eternity, only really hitting every once in a while.
It reminds me of that scene from Dumb and Dumber. Harry, you're alive, and you're a terrible shot.
Shall we get into Mob Psycho?
Mob, mob, mob.
I think something happened with. Oh my god. Kohaku.
Kahaku. Yeah,
Did
they
something
wanted to.
happen with?
Yeah, and this
with him?
the Noka.
Yeah, he had like a tumor, and now he's gonna die in a year because the Nokers give him
Yeah,
a
they-
grace period of a year.
Yeah, that's what happened. He was getting. Yeah, he fought the knocker by himself for some reason, and then
Yeah, he got
got
DDoSed.
infected.
Got DDoSed. Yeah.
That's oh my god! If he there better be a purpose to this character. Like, at some point, this has to stop.
I mean, I feel like they're definitely putting him in a role that would suggest something more. It's just, and they've sometimes put him in a, like, definitely put him in like a moment, right? The whole I love you Perona Fushi food thing, whatever that was. And then, but other than that, and like another minor or two scenes, yeah, I feel like once there is a growing concern that there is no direction with this character. I don't think I'm quite there yet, but I'm getting there.
Yeah, so wait and see type of thing. I'm really hoping they do something with him, because if they don't, because besides Tasty Peach, he is the new character with like the most screen time.
Yeah.
So if they don't do anything with him, then at the very least, like, they had some story with Tasty Peach. I may have not have liked it, but they had a story with him. I don't have no idea what they're doing with this character.
There you go. QRW6 says this was to keep Hayase's will alive, I guess.
Yeah, he gonna have his way with Fushi while he sleeps.
But that's the thing, though. If he dies, then that means he didn't even carry out her will. He just failed. Like, everybody else did something except for him.
I mean, he got a boner from Fushi. Fushi. I
don't know.
I don't know anything else that this character has done other than have basically a parasite-like arm. He has a Miggy.
Even the first descendant of Hayase did more because she killed Tonari at least.
In the worst pot. Oh, poor
Yeah.
Tonari.
Terrible death, but she did
Worst.
something.
Yeah.
Well, guess it's time to get on to Mob Psycho 100, Season 3,
One and only one.
Episode 11, right now. What do you think about this episode? I thought I'd kind of like To Your Eternity, whereas super duper action heavy. Tasty Peach was not in this episode.
Thank God.
I'm excited for the next episode. This was fantastic build up.
All right.
Well, go ahead, Sasuke.
Yeah, because I'm going to be the person to bring everything down. So I need you guys to elevate it once I do it.
Yes, sir.
I'm so weird on these episodes because I feel like this should be something I like, but I don't like the foundation of like how this all was brought about. Again, bringing in the whole car crash thing, that being the catalyst for all of this is so odd to me. And now with all these characters that have fought Mob, it feels like some Royal Rumble type of thing. Like, let's just show you all these old characters and have them do something, even though they aren't really doing anything. Because sure, it's cool. Like the fights are cool. Like on the surface, like actually just watching it is cool to watch. But it really has no meaning because they just show up, do something, leave, like ring out, and I just don't understand what this show is going for. And then too, like from a character side of it, is this supposed to represent like Mob's like innate desires? Because I felt like that's what they were going for at the end when Mob and Mob are having their conversation. But I'm like, if that's the case, why are you also attacking your friends? Because he latches on to the flowers that he's trying to give to Tsubomi, but in the same breath, he's damn near killing his friends. He attacks his brother. He attacks the Bodiment Improvement Club. So are they saying he doesn't truly care about them? I don't understand what they're going for.
Yeah, I can. You brought it up last week with the whole everything kind of started with the car crash and how Mob's basically he's essentially the final villain in this series of Mob Psycho, and I definitely think that's clever. But I definitely think the whole how this was all started by a car crash kind of brings it down. But I'm still hyped for it just because I'm curious to see where this is gonna go. Just because, yeah, the action was fantastic. We kind of wrapped it up with season 2's villain and his kid. They basically were just like, well, I'm gonna turn over a new leaf. See you later, Bob. Just kind of left. And
Which I actually liked.
Yeah,
I actually liked that he ran
nice.
away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he didn't want to risk his life fighting. He's just like, you know what? I'm gonna be a good dad. I'm gonna be heartwarming and beautiful.
Take that,
At the
Shinji's
same
dad.
time.
Piece of shit.
Yeah. But so that happened. You know, you had the older brother trying to do his thing, and he got, you know, uplifted and thrown down. I'm thinking Reagan is going to be the one to snap him out of it. I have a feeling he's going to come clean with Mob. I think he's going to basically tell him, hey Mob, I'm a liar. But it's going to be like, yeah, I'm a liar, but also at the same time, just know that I've always loved you. And you're like a son to me, damn it. So please stop going 100, because it always comes down to Reagan. Yeah, I'm curious to see how it ends. I am a little nervous on how it's gonna end, because animes, I don't know, they usually can do decent endings, super great endings, or endings that are just okay, and then there's piss poor endings. I don't think Mob's gonna have a bad ending. I just think maybe it's gonna be average. I'm still gonna love the series, but the ending itself's maybe gonna be just okay. So I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. I don't know. Maybe they'll find a way to exercise Mob and have his 100 self leave his body or something as a final. You know what? Okay, I know what's gonna happen. Dimple's gonna come back and save the day.
Interesting theory.
Oh.
Yeah, he's gonna come back. He's like, I was floating in space. Y'all didn't think I would come back. I'm back, bitches.
We only have one more episode. That's what scares me about the series, because based on that, like, what was the purpose of having that like bit at the end of the one episode with the aliens where the guy he stayed in their civilization and apparently he wanted to come back to Earth? How can they cover that, the Tsubomi stuff, supposedly some conversation with Reagan and Mob, all in one episode, and it be satisfactory? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe it's an hour. Maybe the last episode is gonna be an hour.
69. So it's going to be 69 hours in length.
They usually announce stuff like that, so I don't know.
They do, yeah.
Very true. Well, I'm hoping for a good ending.
As for me, honestly, I didn't have much complaints of this. This episode in general, I just felt like, yeah, I mean, what you guys say are very valid complaints. I just think for me, I just didn't weigh those complaints as heavily, just because I'm enjoying this so much. So for me, it's like, I just thought it was a fucking cool episode. Like, I thought seeing the Suzuki's back and fighting Mob was just, it was like this WTF moment. Like, for me, it was so cool to see because last year I rewatched all of Mob Psycho in English dub, and that's how I kind of really started to understand the series again. Because if you guys remember, back when we covered season 2 on the show, that's right, we covered season 2 on this show in full, along with One Punch Man season 2 and all that stuff. It's been a while, but we did that. A lot. If you go back and watch this episode, you notice like I just didn't enjoy it as much, but now I enjoy it, and I don't know. For me, this episode was just it was just really a lot of cool things. A lot of cool callbacks, kind of obvious ones. Felt like all right, let's let's kind of wheel these characters out and give them one last, kind of showing, because probably never going to see them again, just to tie things up. Not that they needed to, but why not? And I really enjoyed all that. They had Haru in this episode again. Completely butt naked,
with no hair.
With no hair again. That was really nice. And I really like the whole, even though it's not, I wouldn't say anything super special, I really do like the whole Mob, this Mob being kind of the version of Mob he kept away from him, in himself, this negative version that he didn't want to be, so he cast it out. And now Mob has to realize that he has to accept himself, even if there are qualities about him that he doesn't like and wants to cast away. He has to accept that. And we see in this episode how Mob, like, at one point, I think it's Ritsu tries to help him out, and Ritsu's like, even for him, he was like, I forget what he said exactly, but he's basically now trying to accept Mob because he wasn't fully accepting him before. And you see Mob, and he's like, no, don't get near him. That's not me. And it shows that there is a clear denial from Mob that this version of him, he doesn't even like register this as himself. So I think what they're going for is the ultimate life lesson that I think many people eventually have to face, no matter who you are, no matter what you may consider yourself to be. Everyone has to, at the end of the day, learn how to accept themselves. That is one of the core tenets of being a living, conscious being on this rock floating out in the middle of nowhere. And I think that is a very good way to end that thematically. I think it's a great life lesson. I think, honestly, that's what this entire series really has been building to. It's just been very subtle. But basically, most of the life lessons, most of the stories, most of the metaphors, most of the analogies, whatever you want to say, the underlying theme for most of them, and sometimes, and the actual theme and point, is to accept yourself. Acceptance of oneself. And that's why I'm pretty hyped for the next episode, because I'm super excited to see how they close that out. I think we all know where it's going. But it's one of those things where, yeah, I'm totally down for it. So, but that makes sense for me. You guys may like different aspects about that, but I'm a character guy. I love character. I love to analyze character. So this was a total me episode. Like I just loved it. So
beautiful. Very well said.
Yeah. There's so many videos I want to do on Mob Psycho. It's just no time. May do them later on, way down the road. Put them on the Bento channel. Ow! Just hit my desk.
Well, why would you do that?
I didn't mean to. But yeah, may throw them on the Bento channel later on when I get some time next year or something. But yeah. Any other thoughts for this episode? Kind of not trying to cut it short. It's just that wasn't much. Pretty simple.
I just can't wait to see how it ends.
All right. Let's now talk about the greatest show to ever be created in the history of existence. Spy Family, episode 24.
Spy Family. I'm so happy it's getting a season 2 in a movie.
Yeah, so big news coming out of this weekend was it's getting a movie and a season 2. So excited for that. It makes sense with anime these days to do the season 2 with the movie thing. So
you know whose fault that is, right?
Demon Slayer.
Yep. Demon Slayer is the highest when it comes to like ever in Japan, the highest grossing film.
Yep.
And that's of anything. So yeah, now they're gonna start doing this whole movie bit. They did it with Jujutsu Kaisen. They're gonna do it with Spy Family, and I'm sure there's gonna be other ones left to come. So I'm just like, damn you, Demon Slayer.
Yeah, I think. Is there an example of this where that didn't work? I'm trying to rack my brain. I'm sure there has to be, right? Where this whole do a movie in a season, because it worked for JJK really well. It worked for Demon Slayer really well. Fate probably doesn't work for Fate because they're doing the stupid Grand Order shit. But and all their Grand Order shit sucks. So, but anyways, yeah, Spy Family episode 24.
Yor loves Lloyd.
Loves him.
Loves him. She even said "woof" when she was drunk. Woof, Fiona.
Sayori Hayami needs her own goddamn award on this show. she steals the spotlight in this episode for me.
Oh, she did great voicing the character. She's always great. She's fantastic with any character she portrays. But Yor straight up kicked Lloyd in the chin because she got embarrassed. And then Lloyd landed on his feet and took it like a champ. But then he eventually blacked out.
Which never happened. She's the first one to do that since his training days. Which is a long time ago, apparently.
We asked the question of like how would Yor versus Lloyd turn out when they had that drunken fight in the first part. I think it's clear how it would turn out. Mind you, Yor is not even like actually trying to hurt him. And she did that to him. Yor is a monster.
Yeah.
She's into
very
a
flexible.
pole.
She ran into a pole and kept going.
Yeah. She's like literally everything you can possibly be bad at. She's bad at. But she's like good at one thing.
Yeah, she's good at one thing: kicking and killing.
Fighting to some degree. She'd be great in Dragon Ball Z.
She's a good mom.
Oh yeah, she's a good mom. Her heart's in the right place.
Yeah, that's the thing with this character.
Yuri needs to die.
Where did I come from?
What did Yuri do?
What did Yuri do? Everything.
In this episode.
He existed. That's what he did. Break his neck and snap his dick off.
What is dick?
Why? So he can not procreate?
Well, I think he has.
I think he could still do that.
He's still in love with Yor, so.
Ugh, I'm gonna throw up. She just assumed that she was gonna get replaced, and he was just gonna be like, "Here's my new wife, Teehee."
Oh my god, dude! In the beginning of the episode, when we walked by those old ladies, man, they were rude. And also, I'm like, what man would cheat on Yor? I mean, we know most men at this point because she's really bad at probably bad at breathing at this point, if I am to assume. And I'm probably right on that.
There's another thing she's good at. She's good at drinking.
Would you consider that good?
Because listen, she's good at getting drunk, but she's not good at handling her liquor. You know?
I don't know what to think.
I think it's bad to be able to get that intoxicated seconds upon drinking alcohol.
Did you see how much she drank though? She drank a whole bottle of wine.
Even so, it's not that fast acting. It's going to take a little time to kick in at least.
Fast acting to knacking. Yeah.
Actually, it wasn't wine. It was whiskey.
It was
That's
like
even worse.
It's like it immediately.
Potent.
Alcohol, give me strength.
It's like when Geralt goes up to a bar and he's like, "Give me the strongest." That's what she did.
And then she blacked out and didn't remember any of it. And then Lloyd had to explain to her the next day the exact same thing that he just explained that night.
Oh my god.
Plot twist, she does remember it and she just wanted to hear it again.
Is that right?
Just headcanon.
So she's a liar.
Oh my god.
Okay.
You know those people that go, "I don't remember what happened last night. I was drunk." And you're like, "You're a liar. You had to have remembered that."
I don't know. I've been drunk one time and I've forgotten a lot. It's only happened once though.
Yeah, same.
I think the only time it ever happened to me was on KOA. I don't remember what we reviewed after I blacked out.
Where in my case, like that day, like I remember like that time I was just passed out. Like I think I don't even know if I made it to my bed. Like I was just
KOA, a bunch of addicts.
No, we just had a good time. Speaking of which, what number of podcasts are we on?
181.
Almost to 200, baby.
Yep. Yep.
Then we'll have another drunken session.
it's crazy. Think about all that time.
I know,
I have,
it really is.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Been a long, long time. Carp says she's in charge of cleaning the house. I guess she's good at that.
Yeah.
Freaking, what would Yor ever do if she ever fell in love with somebody?
I don't know.
She gets embarrassed and then just elbows them in the head and kicks them and all this other stuff. If she ever falls in love, I feel like the other person's gonna die.
Imagine trying to. Yeah, you can't do the deed with her either. That's not gonna go over well.
I don't even want to think about what that is like. That's a war zone.
Or I already know what that would be like.
That's gruesome.
That would be, she would just wrap her legs around you, crush your pelvis, and then
Death by snoo snoo.
Death by snoo snoo. Thank you. A Futurama reference. That would exactly be what it would be like with Yor. You would literally just be having sex with her, and then you break your pelvis, and then you die.
There's going to be a lot of horny people that go, I need that.
No, I don't think they do.
Who would want that? That would be
horny
awful.
Twitter user.
Yeah, Reddit mod. There you
Or I
go.
want Yor to crush my pelvis.
Then internet historian is gonna make a video about it. That's what would happen.
Well, and someone's gonna make that a shirt. I want Yor to crush my pelvis.
Well, as what you were saying earlier, EA, I still don't think she's in the love category with Lloyd. Like, definitely.
I think it's love.
The reason I say this is because like her whole thing right now, when it comes to the family, she's comfortable in her environment first and foremost, and she just enjoys being a caretaker. Like Lloyd attributed that to her like taking care of Yuri. So yeah, she likes taking care of Anya, and it's a happy environment for the most part. But I think it's more so like what she enjoys to me is the role of mother in his family. She still isn't totally into the role of being Lloyd's wife, but obviously she's insecure because of Fiona. Like she has feelings for Lloyd, but it's not. I don't think it's deep enough to call it love.
I mean, I definitely understand what you're saying, but I think the part where you start being jealous and you start questioning things, I think maybe it's a little bit in the back of her mind where she's just like, and she even kind of admitted to it too, with the whole, I don't want to leave this. I don't know what this feeling is, but I don't want to leave this, and I really like this and all that good stuff. But I don't know, maybe it's just tucked away back there and she doesn't know quite what it is yet. I wouldn't be surprised if she's the kind of person that doesn't know what love is, just because she's probably never really, other than family and her brother and all that, experienced true affection.
Yeah, that's another part of it. Like it's more of like, because she's never had a boyfriend, we all assume, so
Yeah,
it's something that she has to kind of discover.
she crushed all their pelvises.
She should be in jail then.
Well, she's killed a lot of people and should be in jail, but you know, assassin.
Well, What are you gonna do about it?
Hey, what are you gonna do other than to get your pelvis crushed and
I'm getting
fuck
my
your?
pelvis crushed over here. What the fuck you doing? Get out of the road.
Why are you getting it crushed on the road?
Hey.
Yes, public indecency. You going to jail too?
Get it where you get it. You know what I'm saying? Like the pizza pie. KOW6 says Lloyd even mentions Fiona wouldn't be a good mother to Anya.
Yeah, he did. He said that she would just be too serious and not caring, and I could totally see that.
She has her whole thing is efficiency. She moves like a machine, so she has no room for the affection. But she well, it's weird because she's actually shown more compassion for Lloyd than Yor has, but like it's only for Lloyd. I don't think she could share that same love with Anya. So, yeah.
Yeah, she would whip Yana. I messed that whole thing up. She would whip Anya.
I will beat you into shape until you become the scholar.
She was like,
But yeah. Besides the whole Yor stuff, well, actually no, because there's a little more to talk about when it comes to Lloyd, which I like because at first, before he got kicked in his chin, he was trying to do this whole thing where he was like, he went into Playboy mode.
He was Rico Suave.
Yeah, and later, like after he gets kicked by that, he rethinks the strategy, and he actually turns honest, which I liked. In that when they were at the park and he did the whole lap pillow scene, where instead of trying to do what he normally does with most women when he's trying to get close to them, he was honest. He had this story because he never really lets us on about himself, and he talks about like how like his mother for him was kind of just safe haven, because in his life he was scared of getting bombed at any time, but his mother was like the one constant in his life that he could look towards and find happiness in. And he says that Yor is that person for Anya. So that was really sweet. Cool to see Lloyd be honest for once. It was just good moment.
It was sweet.
I agree with all that. That is a pretty good take there, Satsuki. I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty impressed by your vocabulary. I find the words in which you say and the order of which they come out of your
he's reading the AI
orifice.
I feel like this is what people do when they're writing like an essay in college and they just want to hit the word count.
The way your lips move and your tongue
talking about my
conforms,
tongue. Is it sexual harassment?
And your vocal cords vibrate, and air protrudes
I'm scared.
from your nostrils and your mouth as you exhale in a breath, in a tone, which would come out as words. Pretty good shit.
I'm afraid. I'm never meeting up with C anymore.
What does that mean?
I feel like you're going to try to sell my organs on the black market the way you're talking about me.
He's like, the way you speak and articulate, your lungs will go for high price.
Yeah. Very suspicious.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Second half, we got shopping spree Anya and Becky.
Becky needs to chill the freak out.
I was thinking the same thing. She needs to calm down with trying to get with Lloyd. Or, no, that sounds disgusting. With having this affection towards him. I'm like, you're 5. Don't you have, like, Legos that you need to play with?
That's what she's trying to do.
20 going on 5. That's Becky right now.
Pretty much. Even her chaperone, I'll just say, was like, don't commit adultery, Becky.
Please. But
she even dressed up as Yor.
Oh yeah, she did. Oh my god! Like now, that's some creepy shit right there.
It was very creepy.
I'm
I
gonna
agree.
be the housewife. I'm like, you need to go to jail.
I will become your.
I will become your. Lloyd just comes home and she's just like, welcome back, sweetie. And he's like, who the fuck are you?
You Anya's friend?
What do you mean? I'm your wife. No, you're not. Then he just snaps her neck, and then that's the end of Becky.
Jesus Christ.
I mean,
True
Sansi,
story.
have you ever fed upon the flesh of the innocent before? It's pretty good shit.
Once
Yeah,
or
it's
twice.
quite tasty.
But yeah, the whole shopping spree was cute.
Mhm.
And then they kind of cap it off with like showing how Becky was, showing the growth of her character, because she, looked down on everybody. All the commoners didn't deserve to be in their presence and whatnot. So she couldn't make any friends like that.
Oh yeah.
And we keep talking about how mature Becky at least appears to act, but she's still a kid at the end of the day, and she doesn't act like a kid. And part of that is because she's so rich that she can have anything that she wants. So it's kind of like being a kid. You'll find pleasure in anything, really. Like you can go outside, go to the park, have one ball, and just have a blast. But
Or
for
a
Becky,
stick.
yeah. But for Becky, because she has like this, she's overstimulated by anything that she wants. She doesn't really get to be a kid. That's why she's kind of embarrassed by Anya wanting to get this little trinket for her, because it's like it's a kid thing, it's a childish thing, but she still is a kid. So yeah, and also because Anya's getting it too, she cherishes it.
Yeah, I didn't know Becky was such a little fiend, and then all of a sudden she kind of turned around whenever she met Anya, because Anya has the pink hair, and she's interesting.
And Anya hates shopping for long periods of time, which is very good. Because she even says when she goes to buy it, she says it's to celebrate that we both overcame death.
That's right. And weren't those things freaking expensive?
Yeah.
Little trinkets were like $300. I'm like, what the fuck? Little keychain? Well, I guess it was an expensive store.
I guess so.
And I'm guessing because I didn't see any other people. It was like closed out for them because Becky's so rich.
But then even Lloyd too, he's like, "Oh, you're going with the black bells? Here's a stack of money."
Oh yeah, that's true. He did like throw out that wad of cash, just like, you're a big baller, Anya.
It's so funny to think that like these 5-year-olds are just like shopping like this.
I know. It's crazy. All I know is Becky needs to tone it down.
Goddamn Zoomers. Zoomers out here getting on them TikToks. Suddenly, think they're 20, dressing up as MILFs. The hell's wrong with you? Get back in the womb.
What?
Get back in the womb.
I think it's like go to timeout. I don't think that's like the spawn point.
Ain't
Well, I guess
done
it is a
growing.
spawn point. Huh.
Like Uzumaki. She had the right idea.
Ew.
Any final thoughts on Spy Family episode 24?
I love this show.
Damien is definitely in love.
That's right. Damien, and I knew he had feelings for her from the beginning because he saw that pink hair and was like, I'm in love.
He was like, "Oh, the main character."
She's because all the other characters didn't have any kind of, they just had normal colored brown or black hair and maybe some blonde here and there. But Anya, that pink though. He sees that pink and is like, I'm in love. And also he was love struck in the face.
Mm-hmm. It happens. But yeah, it's kind of funny to think because Becky did this whole thing because she wanted Anya to pursue the love that she thinks she has for Damien. So she's buying all these clothes for Anya to impress him, and she ends up not giving a fuck about any of the clothes. As she said, fashion is hard. But in just her being happy and genuine, that's when Damien is like, I love Anya.
Yeah. The funny thing is, Anya doesn't even love him. Nope. She just wants to get the mission done.
Poor second son.
Oh, it might go in a direction where maybe he tries to impress her at some point. So, but yeah, Anya's not really. She's a true kid.
Yep, Becky was like naming off all these things that she loved. Anya's like, what do I love? Mama, Papa, anime,
peanuts,
Borf.
The dog still borfs around.
Gorsh, Anya. Murder.
Get Goofy out of here, please.
I don't know what you're talking about. Listen, great episode of Spy Cross Family, bringing it back to the PlayStation.
Oh.
Let's now talk about a very infamous PlayStation 2 controller. Let's talk about Chainsaw Man episode 10. If you get that reference, you're a real one.
We got to go to the man himself. How do you feel, EA?
Oh, me?
Yep.
Let's see. So we have Aki here, and he's just kind of chilling, suffering Great Depression and everything. It happens in anime. The usual stuff. But I don't really I feel like I watched this a while ago. Let me just try to refresh my memory. Let me go over the notes that I see down here. Oh, okay. Okay, that's right. All right. So we are introduced finally to Old Man Jenkins, who is going to train Power and Denji. And yeah.
Ichibe!
Yeah, he's a stone cold killer, isn't he?
That's just he's great. I feel like his character, you'll probably, maybe you won't love him, but you'll probably be like, yeah, I can like this guy. He's just badass.
Yeah, he really is. Well, first of all, he asked those questions, and Denji and Power gave pretty much what I expect them to answer when it comes to just the responses. And he's like, you guys get full points. I love you. And now I'm going to train your asses. And he just beats the shit out of them this whole episode, training them in the graveyard, training them whenever they pick up. Thought they were going to get the jump on him, but he, in his old age, I don't know how old he is, but he's definitely experienced because he's regarded as the best demon hunter. And he's kind of got those cold, dead eyes where I'm pretty sure he's removed from all types of feelings, affection, or anything like that. He's just like, yeah, I have seen it all.
He's the opposite of Kobeni.
Well, right. Well, I mean, he's not quivering and shaking and afraid or anything like that. So, that's pretty funny. Operation Super Smart.
Yeah, I'm kind of mad that they changed it. That was so. That's like one of the most. I don't know why. It's been a year since I read Chainsaw Man. I still remember that line in the manga. Operation Super Smart. I don't know why they thought they were the shit, but it was so hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
They're
Yeah.
just like, we gotta be like one of those guys in the manga.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. I did enjoy this character. I'm curious to see what this old man has seen. He definitely uses drinking to kind of cope. I've seen when it comes to that. Yeah, I'm curious to see what else they do with him. Aki, seems like he's well, obviously, yeah, he's going through the issues with having just lost Himano.
He lost his boobs.
Yeah, he lost his boobs in the one that got him smoking.
Well,
Yeah,
he got
It's
much
one that
left.
has ears pierced. apparently.
yeah, that too. Sad, depressing, but very interested to see what else happens, because I don't know what's gonna happen else in the show. I'm guessing there's gonna be a lot more training from this guy, and Denji and Power working together, getting stronger. Were we introduced to any more new characters? I mean, we have old Scarface dude and Scarface girl,
No.
but I don't really. They just like work for the division, it seems like.
Himeno's sister was new, I guess, but you didn't really see her.
Oh, is that who that was? Because that's right. Somebody came to the. I didn't know who that was. I'm like, I was almost thinking it was gonna be Himeno for a second. I was gonna be like, did she really survive all that? Because to be honest, that would have pissed me off because I hate when shows do that.
LE
Guess
shows
what?
up.
I didn't die.
A wild LE says, hello, catching very end, Scarface twins.
Scarface twins activate. Form of steam.
QRW6 says, Aki even lost the Fox Devil because he gave her too much to bite.
Okay, so the Fox Devil's alive then. All right. He just was like, fuck you. I ain't putting something that dangerous in my mouth anymore.
Pretty cute.
So, right now, all he has is the Cursed Devil contract, in which also stated he only has 2 more years to live.
Damn. What a rough deal this guy has.
Yep. Now he may even have less.
Yeah, now he's he knows how it feels like to be a Titan.
Yeah, except for minus the Jaegerists.
Right, and turning really big and steam coming out of you, going roar. I mean, that would probably be really helpful if he was to take on the gun demon.
Well, supposedly now he's trying to make a contract with the Mirai Devil. The
Oh
future
yeah, the eyeball.
devil. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the
And
future
the more-
diary.
The more powerful the devil, like the more they'll ask of you, unless they like you.
Oh, he's gonna ask to take away his dick.
Well,
Take
maybe.
my pee-pee.
He's like, you want to know how powerful this thing is?
So powerful.
It's like a jackhammer in between my legs. Take it.
Aki is too edgy for sex anyway, so
It's
take
true.
it. He doesn't care.
He didn't
He
even
doesn't give a fuck.
didn't even try to
Literally,
go for Himeno.
doesn't give a fuck.
and won't ever give a fuck.
Well, good
Yep.
for him. Good for him.
Yeah.
Virgins for life. You know what I'm saying? Virgin gang unite.
Well,
That- I mean, you heard him. I mean, I heard them. They were yelling. They're going, yeah, woo, fuck yeah, virginity. That's what they were all saying in complete unison. But you can hear
Is
it.
that right?
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I couldn't hear it. Sorry.
Yeah.
I love booze, women, and killing devils.
I mean,
Great quote.
a very respectable thing to love, in my opinion.
Kishi Bay is just a bro. That's all.
He
Yeah.
does have that kind of bro atmosphere going on.
Just straight up killed them like nothing. He stabbed Denji right through the head. That was awesome.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite parts because he's like, all right, yeah, you guys did good. We're done for the day. And then Denji goes like, oh, fuck. Power, he's done. He relaxes and then he just throws the knife in his forehead.
And he just was like, don't ever trust me.
The oddest part was when they first started training, and they end, and Denji's brain, I guess, doesn't heal right. And Power's like, oh shit, and like the side of an old tube TV just starts bashing in his head, trying to get it to work.
That's how you fix it. That's science.
Science.
Lightning.
Science, bitch.
Lightning Egg says,
Eagle.
Aki on Virgin Gang, and just wait until he's level 40 wizard.
I mean,
Yo, wizard Aki.
Virgin by choice, I guess.
Virgin by design.
Damn it, it was something else I wanted to mention. See, if I made a contract with a devil, I'll just ask him to take my memories because I barely have any.
If I made a contract with the devil, I'd say I'm too sexy. Take some of it.
Take your sexiness?
And then he's probably just going to cut you in half.
And hey, that's fair. Fair. I'm too sexy.
You know what? If a devil wants to make a contract with me, they can have my gut because I don't need it anymore. So yeah,
scamming devils out here. Yeah, you can have my
you can have my stomach,
pinky toe,
my gut. I mean, they don't know no better. They'll take one bite of it and go, that's some good fat.
That's cooking fat. That's right there.
Yeah, you know, devils.
It's the redneck.
Yeah. I tell you what, that's some good fat right there, and I've had some fat in my day. That's a good fat.
Now,
what did you say, Bill?
The gun devil has to be voiced by a redneck to be accurate.
Oh my god, yes. We'll get Mike Judge to be the voice of the gun devil. Just do the Hank Hill impression.
Digi ball, digi ball.
Oh, what? I killed all those people.
Carp said, who's been your favorite Chainsaw Man character? I've just caught up with the manga, and mine still hasn't appeared in the anime.
Makima.
I want to say Makima's pretty cool. There's really not many characters I like in the show because they're all kind of either we don't know much about them or they suck. But Old Man Jenkins, Aki, and Makima. Yeah, I like those characters.
I'm gonna give a top 10 of characters I hate.
I know what they're gonna be, but go ahead.
Number 10, Kobeni. Number 9. Number 9. Number 9.
Got the track.
Kobeni. Number 8. Kobeni. Number 7. Kobeni. Number 6.
Oh my god, are you really gonna read it this slow?
I'm going to stay silent and make him force him to go through with it.
Okay, here we go.
Number 5. Kobeni. Number 4. Kobeni. Number 3. Kobeni. Number 2. Go Benny. Number 1. Go Benny. That's my favorite characters, ranking them from worst to worst.
I'm Paul.
That's the issue.
Disgusted.
What?
All of that.
Ellie says, I'll give it a Bible. That's probably offensive to devils.
They
Well, you
wouldn't want that.
Can't
No.
do that, Ellie. What would Jesus think? Wait, what
You
if
know,
Jesus is a devil?
Well, what I was thinking is Jesus would probably be the strongest devil hunter in this whole series. I
Yeah,
mean,
but-
even Makima would shudder, would be like, "Oh my God, you know who that is? What? Jesus Cristo, the man himself."
Okay, I remember what I wanted to say. Do we still not have any ideas about why the Gun Devil wants Denji's heart?
It's like a 2-for-1 sale at Kmart.
Well, I
Popular
think it
item.
has something to do with Pochita, because Pochita is Denji's heart. So
Okay.
Denji doesn't matter. It's
What did they want with Pochita?
he's cute.
Yeah, they want the stuffed animal version of him. So they're gonna get him, they're gonna stuff him, and they're gonna put him on his mantle.
Right. So they want a pet. That's the plot of this entire show.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, it wouldn't surprise me. I mean, as shocking as episode 8 was, or whatever it was, I mean, to find out that the whole plot was nothing more than just have a plush toy of Denji's heart, I could see something like that just to totally mess with the readers. It's like, you invested all this time and effort. It was nothing but a plushie series. But no, I mean, in all seriousness, it would have to do probably with the heart itself would make the Gun Devil stronger. That's the only thing I could think of. There's the heart, he acquires it, he gets stronger.
Okay.
I just think he's cute.
I think Kishibe read the book written by Piccolo on how to be a sensei for dummies. Because his whole idea was to beat the shit out of
That's a good point,
his
actually.
students until
Yeah.
they got stronger.
Yep. And also to dodge.
Mm-hmm.
I just love how this Operation Super Smart that they commenced ended with them being really super dumb.
I mean, I think the plan itself wasn't bad. It just, not only was the execution shaky, because I think Denji should have attacked earlier than he did. They're just not agile enough to mess with Kishibe. Like, if they were actually better fighters, the plan could have went good.
Oh yeah,
Because he even said, like, really, it's just the loss of blood from power made her useless after those first 2 attacks, and then Denji just couldn't react fast enough to him. So, also, he should have attacked as Chainsaw Man. I don't know why he doesn't use that form more.
I mean, that's his most powerful form. I agree. You would think attacking as that. But
no, he only uses it once every quarter for the pay-per-views.
It's like a quota he has to fulfill
Yeah.
begrudgingly. Like, okay, they want to see Chainsaw Man. Here, I'll do the thing.
here we go, demon turning into devil.
Now say the line, Denji. I wanna touch some book. It's like a retired actor past his prime, playing like the same role that everybody wants to see.
Oh my god, that is so what Dingy is. Oh, okay, fine.
Meet the Fockers,
boobs.
but dingy.
I love you, Makiba.
He just go home. He's just like, I don't really even like boobs.
Yeah, I know. He's just like, oh, I'm so over this shit.
So, question: are we ever going to go? Are we ever going to see Himeno's sister?
Probably. I can't imagine not. So yeah, probably.
Do you want an actual answer to that?
I mean, if she's not going to be in it, sure, I guess.
No, yeah, you don't even see her face.
Oh, that's cute.
So, yeah, what you saw of Himeno's sister is like all you'll see of Himeno's sister.
Wait, that's it?
Hmm?
You just see the back of her head, and that's it?
Yep.
I imagine she looks exactly like Himeno.
But the other eye's missing.
That'd be funny.
Like the only purpose of that scene really was to show that Himeno was only going along with that job as long as she did because of Aki, and it kind of made you think, is Aki going to quit here? Because even what you guys called them, the Scarface twins, like they came in and were like, yeah, it's probably best if you just kind of quit, but it actually had the opposite effect and reinvigorated him to continue on, because like now at this point he feels like he has nothing left to lose. He's already dying. He lost his best friend.
Yeah.
And he still has to fulfill his duty. So this is like the only thing left for him.
If there is a man that deserves 3 wives, it's probably Aki.
Yeah, I mean, might as well just go out blaze of glory, at this point.
Well, he has Himeno's sister, Power, and Makima. There you go.
Not a
Start
good choice.
No, well, get rid of Power and you'll be fine. Like, well, we don't see what Himeno's sister looks like, so she's a blank canvas.
Carp says in
Makima.
Kobeni. Are we sure about that one? I'm gonna
Isn't
show
she
up in.
quitting?
No. Listen here.
I think she quit.
Next episode of Chainsaw Man, I didn't want to tell you guys this.
Or lay it on us.
I may get sued for this, for saying this. I'm in the next episode of Chainsaw Man. Very first. I'm in it. Episode 11. Tomorrow.
You're in it?
I'm in it.
Watch it.
I'm in it.
Yeah,
I kill
I'm gonna watch
Kobeni
it.
in the episode.
I can just imagine that. Like, Kobeni's just doing the whole... and then all of a sudden, C Tactics goes, "You're going to hell now, Satan!"
You don't have what it takes to kill Kobeni.
I shot her. In the kneecaps.
You capped her?
I capped her. And then I just shot her a bunch. And she died.
Whether you like it or not, Kobeni is would beat your ass here. And everybody in this chat and everybody in this call, there's nothing we can do about it. It's just reality.
Not until I arrive on the scene with my double barrel shotgun that I borrowed from EA.
Hey, give it back.
Okay, you can have it.
Borrowed.
Thank you. That's my special lolly cannon.
That's a fun.
It's okay.
That's a fun combination of words. Lolly cannon.
He didn't mean to take you. It's okay. You're back home now.
Well, any final thoughts on Chainsaw Man? Chainsaw Male?
Yes. I think it's actually one of like the more interesting aspects of the show we didn't mention. How Denji reacted to seeing Aki cry about the death of Himeno and the rest of his friends in this division. He was kind of having this identity crisis, much like Shinichi from Parasite, where he feels that he lost some of his humanity because
Oh, yeah.
while he kind of felt bad for Himeno dying, it's like he couldn't muster up. Obviously, he's not going to muster up the same amount of sadness as Aki because he didn't know her for too, he didn't know her too well. But it seems like he's thinking to himself that as a byproduct of him fusing with Pochita, that his humanity is sort of lost. But in my opinion, I feel like he was always this way somewhat because of his lack of human interaction with other people. Because you got to remember, like, his whole life he's been trying to just earn money to pay off his father's debt, and he's only been with Pochita, really. So he hasn't talked to many people. And when you're like sheltered like that, with no human interaction, like real conversations with other people, you're not going to view the world in the same way as other people would. And that's why I think he lacks empathy. But it's still there somewhat, because when he goes to leave Aki, when he's feeling sad, it's kind of funny because him and Power like steal all the apples that were for him, but he's like, I'll leave you one apple since you're a sad boy. So he has some sympathy with him, but not completely there.
Yeah. That was an interesting comparison, because I noticed that too. I love how it was going through his mind who he would actually be sad, who would be dead, and of course it was Makiba, because he got to feel them boobs.
And he got his finger chomped on.
Right, he got a little gnaw action, and then all of a sudden he'll miss her when she's dead. Didn't miss Himino, even though she unzipped his pants before passing out. And then, no one will miss Power, but yeah,
hard to
that's
miss
a fair
something.
accurate
Yeah.
thing.
Hard to miss.
Power?
She's a monster.
They have this brother sister type of relationship in my eyes.
Yeah, and in very true Lightning, she did puke in his mouth. So you know what? I take it back. He probably doesn't even care that she's dead.
Well, didn't he voluntarily swallow her vomit?
I mean, I don't know if it was voluntary. Maybe it was involuntary. Like, he didn't mean to do that.
She
definitely did not say, "Oh, throw up." Yeah, let me He didn't do that.
I mean, she kind of baby birded him, a little bit, like.
Oh, kind of. More like she gave her every. Oh, I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Listen,
Ugh.
I don't know what I'm trying to say here. Actually, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't care.
I don't either. Baby birding into Denji.
Been there, done that.
What?
Denji has always been
Were
like
you on
this.
the opposite end?
I don't want to know any more about C.
Are you than him? Great observation, Carp. So that it for Chainsaw Man?
What do you think is going to be the price of making a contract with the Mirai Devil?
Dead in 6 months.
Because you gotta think, he's already losing a portion of his life. Like, what it left is there to take from him? We already
in
saw
6
somebody
months.
lose their eye.
I don't think it's going to be a body part. I think it might have to be something mentally, or something to do with what will really fuck with him. And
mental tourism.
Yeah, something sentimental, definitely. That's what I think, because arm and a leg, those are dime a dozen. But when it comes to something that'll truly, if you lose it, you can't get it back, I could see that. And what I think it would be is virginity. No, I'm kidding. It's I don't know, something. I can't imagine what it could possibly be, but I'm thinking it would be something sentimental versus a body part.
Crazy theory here. Maybe he disappears and he doesn't show up until like way later. Because maybe the future devil is kind of like its time implies, or its name implies, can go in time. So maybe what Aki is giving up is just his life, but he gets one chance to see into the future and change one thing. And maybe that one thing he changes is something in the next couple episodes, or next season, or something like that. But
Interesting theory.
there are only 2 other people, or was it 1 other people?
What? That made a contract with the Future Devil?
Yeah.
I think they said 2.
So he would be the 3rd person. So we don't know what kind of contracts they have. We've not seen them, or at least they have not been named, or shamed, or blamed, or maimed,
Or tamed.
or tamed,
Or defamed.
ordained.
And it's also interesting too, because I'm assuming if the future devil is what they are, they could probably see into the future. So maybe they expect Aki to come, and they're like, "Well, I saw this coming. This is what you're gonna give up, and then you'll defeat the bullet devil."
Time loop. Back to the Future. BioShock Infinite.
That's interesting for sure.
There you go. EA, I want to ask you a question.
Lay it on me.
Where can they find you?
Oh, well, I'm glad you asked. There's Mr. C Tactics. You can find me over at this old channel here called Everything Animated. We got nothing. Nope, nothing. Absolutely nothing going on. But that's not to say that sometime in the future, we won't have something. I know I've been saying that for months now. In fact, the last thing I uploaded was the podcast to the 2nd season of Rent a Girlfriend. Overall, there'll be more. There'll be sexy times. And yes, that's right, I said it right. There'll be sexy times. And maybe some hip-hop dances. Am I 100% sure on these? Some of them are in the works. But I do know fun stuff is soon to come. Right now, I'm at 503 subscribers.
What I'm talking about. Got to get them to 8,000 right now.
Well, maybe not right now, but I would be so happy if I got to 1,000. 1,000 would be amazing. Speaking of 1,000, congratulations, Lightning Eagle, for reaching 1,000 followers on Twitch.
Congrats.
I know you. Yeah, we're very well deserved. I know you set out to get to that 1K before the end of the year, and you just got there right in the month of December. So, congratulations, Lightning. You deserve it. That's it.
Awesome.
I love to see the Lakers getting blown out. Whew.
It is always great. Love it.
I have a lot of ideas for my channel, and it's funny. The preview for Mato Seihei no Slave came out, and I had this video talking about the manga done since like May, and I was supposed to put it out before anything animated related came out of it, but yeah, a little late, just a little. But I now that that's come out, I'm feeling pressured to put that out. So maybe sometime before this year, I'll put out that video. Hopefully, maybe something. But gaming channel is coming next year, where I will be uploading my Danganronpa videos, edited. So I'll take out all the times where I'm talking to the chat or getting up to get water, stuff like that. So it should be concise, organized, and all that stuff. So a lot of things planned. But best place to find me is on my YouTube channel or my Twitch, where I upload I go live every Saturday. Satsuki Savage with a DA. Yeah, that's it for me.
Well, as for me, today came out with a new One Piece video. Final part on Little Garden just went live for free viewers, but if you're a patron, you get access to my semi-penultimate, I don't know what you would call, third video from the last video of my 6-part Drum Island blind review. So yeah, Drum Island's going to be in 6 parts, and for patrons, you can get up to part 3 right now. New episode just came out. People are very happy about it. I'm very glad to see people very happy. Tomorrow, I got a video on Chainsaw Man talking about the correlations between Power, Dingy, and Aki. This is a collaboration with a brand new YouTuber who I think is pretty cool. His name is Dan. He's from Danataz Media. So that's going up tomorrow, Tuesday, 11 a.m. EST. No regular Chainsaw Man video for episode 11. Nobody watches them really anyways, so no point in doing that when I already have a video going up anyways. Wednesday, video on Bleach. Caught up. 1,000-Year Blood War. So we're going to be talking about that. Should be fun. And then after that, we're waiting until Christmas Day, which I'm putting out a video on Armin from Attack on Titan. Let me tell you, I've been working on it. I was going to get it done by actually a couple days ago, but I decided to work even more on it because I want it to be pretty darn good. And that's going to be edited by Fader Moon. So other than that, I think the way to perfectly end out this episode is to, of course, generate it through artificial intelligence. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the King of Anime podcast with EA, Satsuki, and C Tactics. Don't forget to join us every Monday at 8 p.m. EST for anime discussions and reviews. Until next time, stay nerdy and keep on animating.
I feel like we just stole somebody's outro.
Listen, it's fine.
Keep it going.
That's it.
Oh, okay. Sasuke, say your thing.
Done it?
Later.